Alright, we are back again in Astroneer doing another video. It's been a while, I would say. It's been a couple days or a week. I believe it's been a week already. But I was looking at the Astropedia, which if you go over here and then you go to the little rocket symbol and you press planets, you can see all the different information about all the different planets here. I'm surprised I never looked at this before, but probably because I knew all this. But the thing is that you see how the gases section here has different kinds of like what gases are in the atmosphere. This is the stuff that I'm gonna need. So as you can see, Dassault doesn't have any, which is a problem, since we can't just go there to get like the gases we need. We need to go to the other planets. And while yes, the solid fuel thruster that we've had can do 2 trips all the time, I'm pretty sure. Having to replace it after every single trip is not necessarily the best course of action. So I think what we're gonna do, we're just gonna stack up on this. We're gonna stack up on the ammonium, and then we're also gonna get some of the. Yeah, so we're gonna stack up quite a bit on this ammonium. I need to turn this game down. It is very loud. All right. We'll turn the game down to like, unless I don't know if the game still records it. We'll put it at 80%. So yeah, we'll have it at this. And then I believe, okay, yeah. So we need to do a lot more researching and stuff. I'm gonna take some of this compound though, because I am gonna need it later. Not to mention, having to go and mine compound every now and again gets pretty boring, as you can imagine. So, and I know I say I'm gonna stock up on this stuff like all the time, but most of the time I really just forget. Like it's not even funny how many times I forget. Because I'm just so focused on like getting all these other like crazy achievements and everything. I just completely forget about all this other stuff. So, gonna make some tethers there. And yeah, so for this episode, I believe we got to do a lot more researching, because researching all the newer stuff for getting like the gases, as I just mentioned. What I was planning for this episode is that we get the tractor, and it was the thing that we need to extract the gases from the atmosphere. And I believe, yeah, the atmospheric condenser. Now, this, as it says, it's used to collect atmospheric resources from the planets. And it requires plastic, glass, and iron. Now, plastic is a whole nother story. Because you see, with plastic, that's when we need the chemistry lab for. Now, obviously, I researched it off camera, since, I don't want to have to get like a ton of research just so I can do this episode. So I took out some of the work, so I don't have to do it now. But I do still have to get the tractor, which I believe I can research that. I can research the tractor. The only problem being that I think it's from here. No. It's from the small. It's from here. Okay. Yeah, the tractor. Now, the tractor, it doesn't take a lot of power. It doesn't take as much as the buggy, and it also has a much bigger battery, I believe. So, and it's really cheap too. It's only 2 aluminum, and then we also need to get the trailer, which is 1,500 bytes, and then the tractor is, of course, 1,000 bytes. Now, the trailer and both of these, they're both really, really cheap. So they won't take long to get. I just have to get the research for them. But I don't want to do that right now, because I can always get that. That's really easy to obtain. But I do want to get the atmospheric condenser. Because the atmospheric condenser is something that we're going to need. And the chemistry lab here, right here, requires ceramic, glass, and tungsten. Now, obviously, we all know how the glass is made. You take a quartz, you put it into the smelting furnace over here, and it cooks it. Now, we have the ceramic right here. And we have some tungsten right here from last episode. And we also have some aluminum, but that's not important right now. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the glass. We're going to put it in here. We are very low on power right now. So good thing I did research the medium wind turbine. Because last time we did research just the solar panel, but this time I actually researched the turbine because we are going to need that. Then again, I could always make the medium generator as well, which only costs 1 aluminum and 1 tungsten. So that's also another option. And it produces a ton more power than, you know, these tiny little baby ass generators in the corner here. But of course, you guys already know that since I did talk all about it the last episode. Now this episode is going to be much longer, per se. Considering that, well, you know, I want to get a lot more done in this episode. Since I really have just been stalling all these other episodes. So I want to get, you know, the tractor, of course. I want to get the atmosphere condenser. I need to get the chemistry lab, which is pretty cheap. That's pretty easy to get. And I also need iron, which is also another reason why I need to go to the other planets. So I believe the iron is from, if I check the Astropedia, I don't necessarily have to go to the planet itself. So I can check here, and we can see in the notable resources section right here, it tells us, you know, all the different resources that we can find. Calidor has tungsten, and I believe, yeah, malachite is copper. Malachite's copper or aluminum? I think it's copper, but I'm not too sure. Visania is lithium. Titanite, I have no idea what that is. I have to check again. But Visania has lithium, which is also found on, you know, Silva. So I don't really have to go there just to find lithium. Titanite, I probably will have to go there. Hematite, I believe, is iron. I'm not too sure. Glacio, you know, has hematite as well and titanite. So it has both of these. Now, preferably, I'd like to go to Glacio to get hematite, because I believe hematite is iron. Because if you check resources here, hematite is, let's check iron. Yeah, hematite right here. So what we can do, we can take the glass, we can take the tungsten, and I believe it was ceramic. Yes, so it was tungsten, glass, and ceramic that we needed for the chemistry lab. And then we're gonna take the medium generator. We're gonna have the same setup as we did on the Solo, and that's how we're going to do this. So we're gonna take our organic, we're gonna put it in there since all of our solar panels are working at max efficiency. Because believe it or not, you get both of these solar panels are actually slightly less than what the medium generator can output. So I would say that's pretty good. The only problem is that we have to, you know, constantly, refill the generator, which I guess is not really a problem. But when we start having to, like, rush things later on, yeah, so we got the I keep interrupting myself, but yeah, so we got the chemistry lab here, which is the ceramic, glass, and the tungsten. We're just gonna print that pretty easy right there. And while that's printing, I guess we can take some time to talk about why I need all these materials. So the gases and stuff I need, I need especially, what is it? I think it's either hydrogen or argon that I need for a new type of fuel. Because I was just talking about how inefficient the solid fuel thruster is, since I have to repair it every, like, 2 launches. And the thing is, that's what I need not the chemistry lab. Actually, no, yeah, the chemistry lab I do need for that. But I also need the atmosphere condenser for that. Because then I can take the gases from the atmosphere and use that to make the fuel. And if we look over at the small generator's selection of different things to print, we see we have the solid fuel thruster and we have the hydrazine thruster. Now, the hydrazine thruster is really good because, and it's reusable. That's the biggest thing here. That's the biggest thing. The fact that it's reusable is amazing. And steel, we all know how steel is made. Well, we all have a general idea how steel is made. You know, you take carbon, you take some, I believe it's iron. I'm not too sure. Or some metal. I'm not entirely sure. But you take a metal, you take some carbon, you get steel, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's the process here. And then you need an exo chip. Now, the exo chip is where it's going to be hard. Because those you can only get from specific, like, cases. I'll probably show you guys what it looks like later. But basically, the exo chip, where we get it from, is like this case that I believe it's on DeSolo. We can mostly find them on DeSolo. But the main thing is we need dynamite. The thing is, while we can't necessarily craft dynamite, we can find it. And that's where the next thing comes in. So yeah, I'm going to catch you guys up when I do all that. And probably by the time I do all that, it should be... All the processes should be pretty streamlined for us at that point. Okay, wait. So, I just found something out. I had no idea you could do this. But apparently you can research materials. I mean, I didn't even know you could do that. Like, I accidentally put the iron in there. I didn't even know you could do that. I mean, hey, that's actually pretty cool. It doesn't give too many bytes, obviously, but like it only gives like 250 or like 300. But I didn't even know you could do that in the first place. So I mean, that's pretty cool. Okay, so here's how things are going right now. So I just got a wind turbine because I was like, hey, it's pretty windy outside. That might actually work. And we also got some aluminum, and we got some, you know, some compound just laying back. So what we can do now is that we can make this solar centrifuge. Oh man, this thing pulls so much power. But what we can do is that when we get the solar centrifuge, these... Okay, so you guys remember the soil canisters. I don't remember if I actually talked about them ever. But if I did, maybe you guys remember. But basically what these things are, you basically just attach them to your drill vacuum thing, and it is able to like pick up all the soil that you just dug up with your drill vacuum or whatever it's called. I don't really know what it's called. I think it's literally just called a drill, but I'm not even sure at this point. It doesn't really have a name, does it? But yeah, so this is almost done. So the soil centrifuge, we're gonna put it right on this little space right here. I'm gonna take you, put you right here. And what we can do, right? We can take one of these soil canisters, put it in here, and you see it's taking all the soil in, and we can put 2 of them. So I'm actually get 2 of them right now. Boom. Okay, so there we go. It's full. So we go back over here. We take the soil canister, put it on the ground right there, and we just attach it to the front here. And boom, it fills up the soil centrifuge. I'm gonna push this out a little quick. Okay. And then what we can do, we can examine it, and we can make all these different things, or extract all these different things from it. So we can get quartz, we can get graphite, we can get ammonium. Ammonium is the one that we need. And while yes, it's only 1 ammonium, that is sufficient enough, believe it or not. Because we only really need 1 to make the thruster. As you can see, it's spinning it, extracting the ammonium. And sooner or later, it's going to get the ammonium out. And I saw some ammonium over here, yeah. So let me go mine this remaining ammonium, and while that's doing whatever it's doing. And there we go. Okay, so we have 1 ammonium from this. And it's really easy to do since it only takes the soil. And if you want, I guess you could have multiple of these lined up, and you just have them all running at the same time. But then again, it is pretty resource expensive since it has to it needs 6 user powers, and it needs 2 soil canisters to be full. But what we can do now, so we can go to another planet, obviously. because we need argon. And yeah, so we need, so silicone, you know, requires methane, but we're probably not gonna need silicone right now, since we're not planning to actually make bases anywhere else. For now, probably next episode I'll probably actually start branching out into different places. And then yeah, argon, that's what I need. So I can either go to, okay, so I can either go to Visania or Glacia. Now, the thing is, I guess whichever one, actually, yeah, I guess whichever one's closer, I could do that. Alright, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Like, this is the part I've always struggled with. Like, having to do this, like, kind of finessing. Since I don't have another base or full shelter area yet, so I can't just branch out platforms and everything. But what I can do, right? I can get some compound, wherever that is. I can get some compound. Alright, hear me out, guys, right? Get some compound, make a generator. And then, what we can do next is that we get the organics. We can get multiple of these generators, right? And then we go to the other planet. We just place all the generators down. We craft the platform. And then, boom. We have a solid source of power that can be able to power the atmospheric condenser while we're there. I would say that's pretty genius, you know what I mean? I don't think I've really gone to Visania before, so this is gonna be an interesting experience. And we're gonna grab like a full container, just so I don't have to keep going back and forth just to make steel. Even though the thruster is a one-time thing, you know, I don't want to have to keep on making them. So now back to my plan, to my master plan, right? What we're gonna do? We're gonna get I think, yeah, 3 generators should be fine. Since we're going to Visania, it said it's forested, so there's a lot of organics. And I believe that is everything that we need to go on this journey. So we're gonna go, yeah. So we have everything. We have the generators. We have the atmospheric condenser. Oh right, yeah. I need to make another. I'm gonna have to make another packager. Because you don't get the packager back. Once you use the packager, you don't get it back at all. So, it sucks, but, you know. I guess that makes it balanced in a way. Now, I'm going to get some graphite, make another packager, do all that, and yeah. I'll see you guys on the next planet. Wow, okay. So, this is Visania. And I must admit, it is... Wow, okay. That is a very bright pink. Or purple. I don't know. It's like magenta, I guess. Alright, so we're just gonna land at the first location. Doesn't really matter where we land, I guess. And I mean, honestly, this is pretty good land for like the first drop. Wow. Okay, that is a lot of plants. Yeah, they weren't kidding when they said this plant is kind of weird. I don't really know how to like react to this. This planet looks so weird. Like everything I'm seeing, it's just wow. Like the colors, it's oh yeah, there's a lot of like hazardous plants here. There are so many. Why are there so many hazards? Like, I've seen, there's like at least 3 hazardous plants in this one area. I mean, then again, I'm not like too mad about that. Because they are pretty easy to kill. Right. Oh, there's some compound. Okay, I need 1 extra piece of compound. Because I need a printer. Oh, right here. There we go. Got 1 extra piece. And then, right, we're just going to go up to here. We're going to make our tiny little... Not a generator. I need a printer. Where's the printer? Yeah, printer. Yeah, so we're just going to do that. We're going to get our little printer here. Then we're gonna get our generator. Plug it into that. And we're going to make... Not a medium generator. We need a medium... Yeah, so a medium platform, which is not too hard to get. So basically, all we have to do is just redo what we did the first time. Just get all the basic resources, make a new base, kind of, and then work with that. Okay, so far so good. Everything's going according to plan. So we got all these generators right here. I know it seems a bit, you know, extra, but this thing pulls a lot of power. So we gotta get enough to equate to, or at least get enough to where the process of how it's extracting the argon is fast enough to the point where it's not painfully slow. Where it is right now, because right now it's actually in a good speed. It's actually in a great speed right now. Like, we should be done in about, yeah, it should be done in like probably in a minute. Considering how fast it's going, this really should not take long. So I would say this is going pretty well. So I'm gonna wait for the argon to just like gather in this little pod thing. I might even get more than one thing. Considering, like, seeing that it's not that slow. I don't know though, because it does still take quite a bit. So I might not do all that. But yeah, there we go. We have one full container of it. So, alright, that's enough, because I'm getting tired of hearing these generators. Wow, okay. But, you know, we're just going to leave all this here, because, I mean, we don't have any way of bringing it back. So, you know, it kind of sucks we have to leave it all here, but, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Then again, later on, I guess, when we actually start expanding to other planets, in terms of, like, bases and stuff, then I guess we can come back for this. But other than that, I see no reason to take it with us. So, you know, we're just gonna package the thing here, and we're gonna take it back with us. Nope, it was nice being here, but I gotta go. So I got places to be. All right, I think I got everything. Right, let me just make sure. I got the argon. I got my one piece of compound that I won't need. All right, that should be everything. The only reason I came here is for argon anyway. Yeah. I mean, weirdly enough, the planet does look kind of cool with this color. It's just really pink. So yeah, we're just going to fly back to Silva. And then we should be able to get our hydrazine. Which is going to be pretty nice. Right. Just got to look for the thing here. And boom, we are back. So we could just take this out, leave that there, put you back in there, because having that on there is probably one of the best things we can do. And it just turned nighttime as soon as he came back. That's awfully peaceful. Alright, where did I put this again? I do not remember where I left this. Wait, did I even have a place to put it? No, I didn't. Okay, that's funny. Okay. Well, this is just going to be here, I guess. I don't really know where else to put it. But yeah, since we got the argon, what we can do now, so we have the steel thing here. We're going to take that. We're going to put the argon there. So we need carbon and iron. So we're going to go over here, get a piece of iron. And then we just need a piece of carbon. And boom, there we go. So we have everything we need to make our first piece of steel. And this will probably be one of the only pieces of steel that I make. Considering that, well, I don't really know what else you use steel for in this game. Besides the, hydrazine thruster. So, I'm not too knowledgeable on what else you're supposed to use it for. It should be done in just a little bit. There you go. And it's done. Boom. We have our first... Oh, wow. That actually looks really cool. I kind of forgot how the steel kind of thing looks. It looks really cool. And the icon. I like that. Looks really nice. So, yeah. Now that we have our steel, all we need now, I believe, is... Hold on. I got to I can't believe I forgot. I got to research the thruster. Man. There's just so much going on. Oh. Okay, so we need that many bytes. And it shouldn't take too long. Okay, so... Yeah, so we just need a little bit more. We are so close to getting those last bit of bytes. But yeah, no, since we have everything now, if we have nothing else to worry about, we can finally research the hydrazine thruster. Wow, okay, that took way longer than it should have. But now, since we've done that, all we gotta do is just get our steel and our exo chip, which of course we have a lot of them over here. Get that. Then we go over to our small printer, get our hydrazine thruster. Look at that. We're printing it. It's looking great. It's looking grand. It's looking fabulous. It's looking amazing. And let me tell you, the quality of light difference of having the hydrazine thruster versus the solid fuel is tremendous. The difference is actually incredible. You can finally get rid of these. I got a whole pile of them from all the different times that we had to use them. But now we could just take this, stuff it on the bottom here, and boom, look at that. We have a hydrazine thruster. Now we can take our hydrogen, go to our hydrazine, and then all we need is our ammonium. And then we all know how I was able to get all this ammonium and stuff. So all we got to do is just do the soil stuff again, and then we should be good on that account. And boom, there we go. So we got the 2 ammonium from the soil centrifuge. Pretty easy process. And now all we got to do, go up to our chemistry lab, and we can start making the hydrazine. So we're going to activate these generators just to speed up the process a little bit. And should be done in just a little bit. And there we go. Our first little container of hydrazine. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty proud of myself right now, because I was able to do this a lot quicker than I was all the other times. So now all we got to do is just go up to our thruster and just attach it. And at 34% fuel, it has 8 launches. And might I remind you that each launch to a new planet takes 2. So which means we can do 4 full launches from planet to planet. So, or 2 back-to-back trips. And when it's at 100% capacity, you have 10 back-to-back trips, which is 20. They say it's like 20 launches. So honestly, I'll say that's really good compared to the solid fuel thruster where you have to replace it every single time. And the farther you progress in this game, the cheaper and cheaper making this hydrazine fuel gets. Like, it just doesn't get any easier. But yeah, that was pretty much what I wanted to do this episode. It took way longer than I thought it would, but we finally did it. Went to all the other planets and we got all the resources that we needed. And honestly, I had a lot of fun doing this one, because I really got to go through the whole process again and doing all this. And, I find it quite fun. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I'm hungry. So I'm gonna go eat now. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.